Welcome back to Politics Watch. This is Sir P. Now, today I'm going to talk about two main things. One is going to be a story surrounding a member of the Jamaica Defence Force, where a man by the name of O'Neal McFarlane lost his life on a flight. I'm also going to be touching on the incident that took place in Westmoreland, but not so much the details about it because not much is known right now. But seeing that it concerns violence, I'm going to tell them about a country that I've been speaking about a lot lately and what them have to resort to. I'm going to look if Jamaica will do something similar. Before we go any further, I want to send a special birthday shout out to my longtime Patreon supporter, right? Roofs aka Daily. Right? Been supporting for a long time. I know you're currently in training, right? Keep your head up, right? Stay focused. Right? Hope you have a great day. I know the birthday was actually a couple days ago, but you know, I wasn't on YouTube, so I couldn't give a shout it out then. So big up yourself, right, and stay safe, alright? Now, I could get into the video. So the man you see on your screen right now, as I said, JDF, real name O'Neal McFarlane. At first I was getting a lot of messages. People were saying to me, the initial people reach out to me were telling me that O'Neal McFarlane had a heart attack on the plane. Right. People have said them notice, right? He was having this is the fancy name, right? Epistaxis. Right. That's the fancy name for when somebody knows a bleed. Right. Then, you know, body will make various motions that look like it. You know, he wasn't in control anymore. Unfortunately, he lost his life. So that is often the case. When you see that and then somebody lose their life and you know the hand and anything they start to give out, those are normally symptoms of heart attack. Obviously, nobody know a doctor. Just a few people who would there on him and witness what go on and talk with him see. So initially mere heart attack. But then not long after, on IG now, people start looking me and tell me, say them here say, JDF soldier smuggled diet coke and it burst inside him and he ended up losing life. I thought to myself, what? Because as far as I'm aware, O'Neal McFarlane is somewhere around his 40s. I was like, a 40-year-old JDF soldier I smuggled diet coke I'm gonna make it burst in him? Come on, he can't be that silly. Surely he not go like that. So, where would that come from? Again, remember, the passengers on the plane a witness what go on. People know, say, enough times, when you see somebody, when you're on a plane and you see somebody start, go through certain emotions and, body start act certain way, people normally go, oh, I must diet coke. They must smoke like what's inside of them. So, people seeing the motions where O'Neal McFarlane body go through, right? I guess some of the passengers came to the conclusion say, I diet coke. Now as it currently stands, nobody know for certain because obviously just losing life and now taps in the release there are nothing but very, very spooky situation. Another interesting fact is that when diet coke actually busting at somebody, right, as you can see on your screen right now, heart attack is one of the main ways people go out because after the diet coke getting in their system, that's usually what it often lead to, and that's what actually make people lose their life, right? So the question is really, was it a heart attack brought on by, let's say he wasn't in the best of conditions, right? There was some underlying factor going on, right? Or the diet coke busting him, as people say, and that's what ended up trigger off the heart attack. We don't know, right? Obviously nobody and a doctor. Passengers speculate, right? Just to try and make sense of the whole situation. This is my view on it. I remember the JDF, right? Big man at that. Is not like say it's a little, little young recruit who, desperate for a little fast money and try a thing. A big man is big man. Right? If I'm on a diet coke business, and him go out like that. Ingest the Diet Coke and make it, and it bust in him and him lose him life. Well, he plays stupid games and with stupid prizes. But this could very well be a heart attack brought on by, let's just say, natural causes, right? Meaning say him not take nothing for trigger it off. It could very well be that's the case, and if I so, well, condolence to his family. Right? Really sad situation. He was also a heavy set man, by the way. Just putting that out there. Right? O'Neal McFarlane, he was, I don't know if you can see this picture about, or the picture I posted before, but he was a big man in terms of body, right? And they have weight on him. So who knows what the go on inside him system? Nobody don't know. Let me say, nobody know doctor. But seeing as how the main story what I probably heard is that, you know, a Diet Coke him take on the bus name system. Right. I just figured I'd put it out there that when information reached me, a heart attack, me here. Right now I don't know what triggered the said heart attack. So I really hope say the member of the JDF now go out like this. Now take part in a them kind of operation. Right. But if I be the case then, as me say, he make him bed so he must lay down night. Now, I could touch about the second part of the video. You would have probably heard about the madness that took place in Westmoreland. Right. Some of the names and released are the victims. 20-year-old laborer Christopher Scott, aka Rubbish Heap. Don't ask me how somebody get that name there. Right, 36-year-old Chriselle Hudson. Right. Next man named Akeem Bent, and then there's also reports that there was a fourth man. So pure madness. I saw some of the pictures then from the crime scene, and one of the man them lose him face completely. Next one under on bed. Right, it look like him that try hide from them or something, and then go under the film. So you know, someone in Jamaica, some 87 sitting on a blackboard that right now. Cause man blackboard them thing there, you know. Hey man, the boy try run and when him gone under the bed, me just go for him man and they go mash him up. You know, because when him tell him friend him that on the corner, him get cool points. Right. Man him get ratings points to that. Also saw the parents of one of the victims right. One of the people who lose them life. I think it was 4 total. Right. As you can imagine, people are distraught. But what we really want to talk about it is the fact say, with all this madness going on in Jamaica, all the violence going on in Jamaica, all these years, going back decades, have you ever heard a Jamaican Prime Minister say, you know what, I can't manage the work, this is not for me, I can't actually stop my crime, don't know me I do, so I go retire? Have you ever seen that? The reason I ask is because Haiti's Prime Minister just resigned. Because them were quote unquote crime wave. I got shown a fit with them called crime wave compared to Jamaica. But have you ever seen a Jamaica Prime Minister say, you know what? No brother, I'm gone. I can't manage the work, get to somebody else. The closest thing I can think of was when Bruce Golding retired, and Bruce Golding never retired because of no crime wave. It was because of the scandal surrounding the whole Dodos thing, and I guess if you help the spear the party or whatever the reason him did give, right? Him decided to step aside and make somebody else come take it up. Right? Pass it on to Andrew Holness. But it wasn't because of no crime wave. Remember when Bruce Golding was Prime Minister, he had 2 years, right, where Jamaica had 1,600 murders. Back to back. Right. 2 years. And no step down business never go on. Right, that was 2008, 2009. 1618, 1683. So we never see that yet. We never see a Jamaican leader work them on and say, you know what, I'm going now. Can't manage the work. The Haitian Prime Minister just do it. Haiti, a country that is known for having a country where the word accountability no exists. Haiti, for them government with all for them problems, people can tell about Haitian government. When you talk about corruption and no accountability and no, But yet still in that country, our Prime Minister can hold them and say, no, I resign. No. Right, it's crime wave here. Boy, I take it out and people them say they can't. People them fed up, so I'm gone. Haiti. Let me show you what them call crime wave. These are the homicide figures for the whole region. As you can see, Jamaica they up at top, number 1 on the chart. Right. The arrow is pointing at Haiti. See how far Jamaica live on Haiti? Haiti's murder rate is 13 per 100,000. Jamaica is 46. 13 versus 46. And that 13 is enough for the Haitian people to say, you know what? This is getting out of hand. We tired of it, and the Haitian Prime Minister say, you know what? I true, I'm gone. Think about that. 13. The 13 of Jamaicans are, right now, Jamaicans are the cartwheel. If our crime rate ever dropped to 13 per 100,000. And whoever is the Prime Minister, if we carry Jamaica's murder rate from 46 to 13 per 100,000, he would never lose another election. He could have run the next 4 campaigns after that. But Haiti didn't know. And the people must say, you know what? You have to cut it now, because this is get out of hand. Let me show you the raw figures for Haiti. Look on your screen. See, Simple Simon, I'm going to say, well, you talk about Haiti for a different country that. No. You see, Haiti have everything worse what people claim to call Jamaica for the top murder charts. Haiti is poorer, less educated, more corrupt, etc. etc. Everything where you can think of where people say that make crime so bad, that Haiti worse, but yet still for them crime rate nowhere near as high as our one. So make a look on the actual figures, shall we? And then we compare. This is Haiti's, not the murder rate, but the amount of people who lose their life. Bear in mind, as it currently stands, right, Haiti's population is, let me give you the exact figure. Haiti's population is 11.2 million. Right? The last time I checked it was 2019, so let's call it 11 million. Jamaica is just under 3. With that said, 2010, there were 677 murders in Haiti. Haiti, the country with over 10 million people. In 2010, at 600, you know how much murders Jamaica had that same year? 1,447. We don't talk about rate, no, we don't talk about the actual amount. Somebody explain to me our country that is poorer, less educated, the literacy rate nowhere near as good as our one. Every minute earthquake like Haiti mash down every infrastructure them have. Right. Haiti's government is far more. Haiti's government corruption make Jamaica look like a child's play. Right. For them corruption is normal. Right. If you talk about the system, you want to hate the system, Asian people them can tell about it. But yet still, 2010, Jamaica more than double. Right. The amount of people lose their life. Alright, maybe a book ups, right? But see 2011. 2011. Haiti. Right. We can see it on the screen. 914. 2011. Haiti go under 1,000 again. That year, Jamaica had 1,133. You with me? 2012, them crack the 1,000 mark. 1,033. Right? Okay, so it's alright. See there, sir P. Haiti gone over 1,000. Right? Haiti gone over 1,000 in 2012. And one how much Jamaica had in 2012? 1,102, still had more. Shall I go on? In 2018, there were 1,287 murders in Jamaica. In Haiti, that year was 743. Again, a country with 11 million people versus a country with, let's call it 3 million people. So not only do we have a higher rate, but even the raw total figures still higher. And now, because in 2020, Haiti project to have more murders than the previous year. Sorry, in 2021, Haiti is projecting to have more murders than 2020. The people must say, no, we're not deal with this. This is unacceptable. Prime Minister resign. Look on your screen. 1,071 is the highest. That's disastrous for Haiti. That's 2015 is disastrous. Right now, if Jamaica get 1,071 murders this year, it would be considered a success. At this over there. You make sure juxtapose it to Haiti. Because all my life, people that tell me about Haiti like say Haiti was hell. Like say 50,000 people get murdered in Haiti every year and them top the murder chart. Jamaica is far more violent, right, than Haiti. Have a far higher murder rate than Haiti. Murder is the ultimate crime, right? And we are beat them on that. People can say, but Haiti them take with this and more robberies. We are talking about murder. We are talking about something where you can't replace life. I'm just saying, it's really spooky when Haitian leaders have to step aside because of crime and political turmoil, and the Haitian people must say, they don't want no more excuses. Can you imagine that? Haitian leaders showing more accountability than Jamaican leaders. We just saw a video of a Jamaican MP, right? A butter bruise, a woman. And I know we can't hear say resign. Because Jamaica have no accountability. Jamaican leaders have no accountability, and the Jamaican people don't insist the leaders have accountability. And speaking about the same case with the judge wrong, don't expect much to come out of it. You know why? Because no man have better understanding what go on. Him and the woman involved. Why is that relevant? Well, that means it's extremely unlikely that she's going to pursue any kind of case what go sink him. It is very unlikely she will go follow through, making police report, going to trial, back and forth in a courthouse. Very unlikely. Unfortunately, in many of these situations, enough women even get to the point where they may tell us, listen, mind your business. But never ask if you need help. I've seen it. Many start the process, Many file the report and the initial arrest go on and the initial charge. But when it comes down to follow up, right, worse the man start calling mine of them ears and start telling them some sweet words and start reminding them. Remember in time we go down on the trip down son. Remember in time we go over here to go do this, and then next thing a year case drop. So don't expect much to come out of it. Right? Even though the video today, it's not 100% clear enough to sink in. Right? We would need a witness to step forward. So don't expect much to come out of this. Anyway, just know say our neighbors, Haiti, a country where we say no rule of law, no structure, no accountability. The Prime Minister hold up him and say, you know what, I'm going now. And Jamaican leaders, even them get catch on video, right, I behave like say them a Jackie Chan. Still a whole harden and not going away. No care them underachieve, no care them fail to meet targets, no care them break promises. Still down in office, them are dead in office. Jamaican leaders all in time take sick, them not left office. Right. Them brother sit down in office and they just hear say, you know what I'm saying dead? And you say, what? You sick all along? Yeah man, you sick for about 5 years. Right. To the very end, very few walk away from power. Very few. Enough time when they walk away from power, them normally replace. Right. Fill them spot with a friend or a family. I guess to seat them in a garden house too comfortable. Then can't left them, no matter what. Anyway, Patreon Squad, big up on yourself. PIA, you don't know, more life. Ultra Squad, stay circling. Bless.